This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Rachel Fife.
Well, welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Now, if you're in need of occupational therapy services with a family-focused, centered, and holistic approach, well, this resource is really closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Karyn Buky, with Butterfly Therapies. Karyn, how is it going?
It's going well, Rachel. Thank you. It's going fantastic.
Wonderful. Well, we are really excited to learn more about Butterfly Therapies. So tell us about the business.
So we have been in business for 19 years. That's something to note. As a small private practice providing occupational therapy for children ages 2 to 20. And we have, collectively there's 4 of us. I've got 3 full-time OTs, all have masters or doctorates, all have advanced specialized training in sensory integration. We really pride ourselves on parent training. We have our parents present, which is different than most clinics. We want them learning from us. We want them knowing how to help their child, whether it's with a calming activity, or maybe it's how to hold a crayon, or maybe it's to control behavior. We want them in the room, listening, learning, practicing, so that when they go home, it generalizes.
Awesome. Well, how did you get involved in this kind of business?
When I was younger, I was 13 years old. I took a team. I was a gymnast and I volunteered, not knowing I'd be the only coach to take a Special Olympics team to the Special Olympics. So I trained them the whole season. I thought I'd have help. It was just me, a group of 8 developmentally delayed adults, and I loved it. I just loved helping people that had challenges, and also just loved the strengths they have as well, their loving attitude and just good nature. So after that, I just knew I wanted to go into healthcare in some form, and really researched all the allied professionals and came up with occupational therapy. I've done it for 30 years, so I definitely got it right. I still love my job every day.
I love that. Well, what do you think are maybe some myths or misconceptions in your industry?
I think occupational therapy has a lot of misconceptions. Number one is people think occupation meaning job. And occupational therapy was actually developed at the turn of the century during World War I to help rehabilitate the veterans coming back. And so it was through meaningful activity and understanding of the anatomy and physiology and psychology of a human being, along with that meaningful activity, that we use to help rehabilitate. So it is not occupation is work, it's occupation in how you occupy your time. So fast forward now, I'm in working with children. How do they occupy their time? It might be self-care. Maybe they're struggling with fasteners, or struggling getting themselves ready with a schedule, or sleep, or toileting. It might be school. That's a huge occupancy of time. It could be their play and developmental skills. It could be peer interactions. It could be dinner at the table. Maybe they're struggling sitting still. So it's really looking at how you occupy your time, but also everything that goes into that. So the neurology, the physiology, the psychology, there's a lot underneath, a lot of science. It's actually a science degree, but it's called the art and science of OT.
Wow, that's interesting. So now we know marketing is really the heart of every business. So how are people finding you, or how are you finding, patients and clients?
I've been lucky enough to really have more of a grassroots foundation to marketing. I have given a lot of my time to the community in volunteering roles. I was on the Pretend City committee, luncheon committee for fundraising. I was on Spirit League on their committee. I've given a lot. I've done a lot of parent trainings for maybe it's the PTA or school trainings for the whole school, all the teachers, so that they can, hitting a bigger, broader community. And in that, people just come to me organically. My biggest referral source is probably parents talking to other parents. So MOPS groups, you name it.
Wonderful. Now, have you ever thought about doing your own podcast?
Yes, I have. My husband keeps prompting me. So
Well, good. Well, now outside of work, what do you like to do for fun, Karyn?
I love to garden. I started a vegetable garden, taking me back to my childhood. I grew up on a farm. And so, growing tomatoes and chard and carrots and lemons and, just anything I could figure out how to grow. We're starting kind of anew. And so that's been a big piece of how I occupy my time in my spare time. I love the beach. I love walking, hiking with my dogs and my family. And I love to cook. And I'm also married to a chef. So that's something we do that's really fun together.
I love that. Well, Karyn, please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about Butterfly Therapies.
I think is that we are not your mainstream occupational therapy company. We are very intimate in that we are one-on-one. We're small on purpose so that families can really come in and get personalized attention. It's each therapist has their own treatment room, which is by treatment. We have monkey bars, rock walls, slides, swings, you name it. But it's very intimate settings. So it's not a big open gym. A lot of kids we work with are very overstimulated. We're able to give them that one-on-one individualized care with the parent present that really makes for a more relaxed environment.
Wonderful. Well, how can our listeners learn more about Butterfly Therapies?
They can go online, www.butterflytherapies, plural, Inc., I-N-C, .com, or they could feel free to, on Google, look me up, give me a call. The other unique thing, going back a little bit, is we're not a huge organization on purpose. I've always taken pride in the level of quality that we provide in the very specialized advanced practice that we provide. And in that, I'm the one that's picking up the phone. I'm the one that's, calling people back. So I think that personalized attention goes a long way in helping our families. So they can also pick up the phone and call 949-709-0777.
Wonderful. Well, Karyn, I really appreciate you being on the show, and I wish you and Butterfly Therapies all the best moving forward and in the new year.
Thank you for this opportunity, Rachel. It's exciting. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnporangecounty.com. That's gnporangecounty.com, or call 714-941-8862.
Well, you did a